Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the Mid-Level Media channel. I'm Ken, and today we're gonna do we're gonna have a conversation is what we're gonna have. We're gonna have a conversation about blind buying. And I wanted to do this because I just watched Bubba Ho-Tep on 4K and I didn't like this movie very much. I did not like it at all. So it got me to thinking about blind buying and why I do it so much, and also the dangers of blind buying. Should I do it so blindly, I guess? Should I just jump into stuff just because it's a label, just because it's in the next Scream Factory 4K? Should I be blind buying? So I wanted to talk about that here today. I wanted to kind of use Bubba Ho-Tep as an example of that. And if you're a fan of Bubba Ho-Tep, because I know a lot of people in this community that really love this movie and were really hyping up this movie and were very excited for this 4K release. And it got me hyped up and it got me wanting to buy it, and I got it. And we'll talk about it here in a second. Before we do that, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Also, comment down below. I want to know your thoughts on Bubba Ho-Tep. Do you like this movie? If you do, no judgment. Again, I know a lot of people that really like this movie. Let me know in the comment section below. Also, let me know what you think about blind buying as well. And then turn on the bell notifications for all future videos. So I've gotten in the mode recently over the past year or so where I just want to go ahead and get every single Scream Factory 4K release. You know, I missed out on a lot of the Blu-rays that came out, 5, 6, 7 years ago, or even 10 years ago. Scream Factory's been around for a long time. So I didn't get in on Scream Factory when they first started with Blu-ray, and they all came out with slipcovers and everything like that. Most of the Blu-rays you get now from Scream Factory come without the slipcovers. And I know, guys, slipcovers aren't important to some people. I get that. They are to me. I like getting my stuff with slipcovers. And I know a lot of you guys do as well. So I've kind of viewed this whole 4K re-release as a second chance for me to get a complete Scream Factory collection in 4K with the slipcovers. So I've been buying up most, if not every single Scream Factory 4K release that's been coming out. Now, I do miss out on the Shout Factory ones, and I also will skip out on the ones that don't do slipcovers, like Happy Death Day, Ouija, Freaky. I wouldn't have picked up Ouija anyway, let's be honest. But all those that did get slipcovers, I did not pick those up because I figured, maybe I could get them somewhere down the line or something like that. But all the regular Scream Factory releases that come out with slipcovers, the collector's editions, I have been buying pretty much all through 2022, and then, this year as well. I got Dawn of the Dead on 4K last month. So I bought Bubba Ho-Tep. And again, I thought this movie, I thought I was going to enjoy it. But I did not. And you could probably tell how much I didn't enjoy this movie just for the fact that I'm even doing this video. I watch a lot of Scream Factory movies that I'll get to the end of it and I'll be like, that wasn't the best, but I can keep it in the collection. Maybe I'll like it even more down the line when I watch it. When I got done watching Bubba Ho-Tep, I looked at the cost of this movie. I was like, it was $29.99. And I'm like, I cannot believe I just spent, and also wasted 90 minutes of my life, spent $30 on this movie. And this is one of the worst movies that I've ever seen. Look, I'm going to be honest, guys. Look, it's from a filmmaking perspective, you have Don Cascarelli, I'm probably saying that wrong, who directed this movie. He also did the Phantasm movies. I enjoy the first two Phantasm movies. I've seen both of those. Haven't seen the sequels. I enjoyed both of those movies. I did not like this movie at all. I don't know. Bruce Campbell was mildly entertaining. I don't know if it was just because I couldn't get on board with the type of humor they were going for. And the whole time I'm like, this is supposed to be like some kind of a horror movie, right? And I was just thinking at one point, again, it was so boring. Like the first 45 minutes to an hour, nothing happened at all. And I was just thinking to myself, something's got to happen in the third act. It's got to get crazy. Bruce Campbell's going to get up. He's going to get a shotgun. There's going to be the undead, and there's going to be that big mummy monster that's walking around that's kind of creeping around, stalking everybody. It's going to go nuts. The third act's going to be crazy, and it's going to live up to all the hype. And then it doesn't. And I get what the movie was going for. It's an aging Bruce Campbell. He's older. He's Elvis, which is actually an interesting aspect to the movie, I guess. He's actually like Elvis. There's a whole backstory where he trades places with the actual Elvis, or there's a double of him that switches out, and he takes over somebody's regular life. and then he just becomes an Elvis impersonator, and he is Elvis. So it's a whole weird like plot point with that. So that's kind of interesting. Again, I don't think that this movie is complete shit. I kind of do, but it's not complete shit. But I don't know. I was like, I don't like this movie at all, but I just spent $30 on it. Like, what is that? Like, I have to quit doing this crap. And I keep telling that to myself, and I hear you guys out there. I hear you guys. And almost every video I do, if I say I bought this and I haven't seen it yet, you look at me like I'm crazy. You're typing at me like I'm crazy. I can't believe, look, I only buy the movies that I know I'm going to like. Everybody says that. And I'm like, I love blind buying. I just like the exploration of it. I've said the whole spiel before, but when I got done watching this, I was like, I'm full of shit. Like, this blind buying sucks. Like, I just wasted $30 on this movie, and this is not good. Why do I have this? And it's to the point where I don't ever do this, guys. I never do this. I never buy a movie, like a new 4K movie, and turn around and sell it immediately after I watch it. That's just not something that I do. I'm legitimately, even though it's a part of the Scream Factory 4K collection, I have it. I spent the money on it. It can go back there on the shelf, and it can match all the other ones, all pretty like I like it. It'll make the collection more complete with it. But I'm like, I just don't like this movie, and I don't know if I want it in the collection. So I'm really thinking about selling this movie, and I never, ever think like that. So that's how much I did not like this movie. Can you believe that? I did not see that coming. Not with Bubba Ho-Tep, not with Bruce Campbell and the whole Evil Dead pedigree behind him. I did not see that coming. Like, I thought I would at least find this mildly entertaining. But my God, this movie was incredibly boring, and it just meandered and meandered, and it tried to get laughs out of you, and it did not work. None of the humor worked for me. Bruce Campbell rubbing like gel on his old like crotch region for like half the movie. Like, that's not funny. You know, him getting a boner because the nurse is like rubbing the cream on him. I'm like, I guess that's the first boner I've gotten in 10 years. I don't know how he talks like Elvis in the movie. I was like, what is this? Like, who is this for? Is it for Bruce Campbell fans? Is it for Evil Dead fans? Is it for horror fans? Is it for comedy fans? Is it for horror comedy fans? I just don't see it hitting any of those demographics. Like, I don't understand how anybody could like this movie. It's bad. Like, I do not recommend you picking this up. But let's talk about, I hate the movie. Like, honestly, I would give this movie like a 1 star. I don't do that very often with movies. I just really did not like this movie. I really didn't like it because it just strung me along. It was like, oh, something big's going to happen at the end because it's so boring. Everybody's talking about it. I just don't get it, guys. If you like this movie, let me know what's good about it, please. No judgment. Everybody likes what they like. But I just want to know what's good about this movie and what you like about it, because I don't get it. So this movie sucks. 1 star. And the 4K itself is not great. Like, you do not need this movie in 4K. If you got the Blu-ray in your collection, even if you like the movie, the Blu-ray's fine. Like, the 4K transfer here, like, it's in a nursing home, retirement home. Most of the time, it's a very dull, dreary setting. Like, there's just not there's not a lot going on. Like, the stuff that the flashback sequences and stuff like that, it really like utilizes the 4K and really makes use of that HDR and some of those flashback sequences, because they show some of those big, like, showy, like, Elvis singing sequences. Like, it kind of reminded me of the movie Elvis that just came out, actually. So all that stuff, it's kind of a period piece setting. You get the old cars, there's colors and stuff like that, and more like outside scenery. That stuff looked good in 4K, but most of the movies, like, in this, like, dull, boring nursing home, retirement home setting. And when they finally like show the mummy creature, monster, whatever the hell it is, Bubba Ho-Tep, it's like all in the shadows, it's all in the dark, and like you just really can't see it. So that doesn't even look good in 4K. So I don't recommend this movie at all. But I especially, like, if you own the Blu-ray, the 4K transfer, again, it's not a bad 4K transfer. Like, when they close up on Bruce Campbell's face, you can see good detail in his face, like all the wrinkles and the hair and all that stuff. But it just doesn't like lend itself well to a 4K, in my opinion, this movie. So I don't recommend this movie like on multiple levels. But there are some good like special features here. And this is you get 2-disc set. You got a 4K. I guess I can unbox it. real quick. You got a 4K, you got a Blu-ray. I've already done an unboxing here. No reversible cover art on this release. And yeah, but you got some good special features here. You got an audio commentary with Don Coscarelli and Bruce Campbell. Audio commentary with The King. I don't know, is that actually Elvis? Did he do a commentary? I guess that would be interesting. An audio commentary with Joe R. Lansdale. So right there, you got 3 audio commentaries. Interviews with Don Coscarelli, Bruce Campbell. So, I mean, that's cool that you get the director and Bruce Campbell do interviews here. I'm sure they're good interviews. And again, I didn't watch them. I was just so over this movie. You get archival interviews with Bruce Campbell. I was just so over this movie by the time I got to the end. I was like, I just don't care. And again, I don't know if I'm going to sell this or not, because again, I'm so addicted to the idea of having that complete like 4K Scream Factory collection that I don't know if I can part with this movie. But at the same time, like, me having the strength to give this one up may like lead to me being able to give up future blind buying purchases from Scream Factory. So if I just rip that Band-Aid off and sell this, it might just change the course of my Scream Factory collecting and my collecting in general forever. So I'm really thinking about just kind of selling this one, using this one as the sacrificial lamb of my 4K Scream Factory collection, so to speak. But again, I'm just going to be a lot more careful going forward, guys. And again, if you've been telling me, don't blind buy, Ken, don't be blind buying all this stuff, you're stupid, you're an idiot, this is kind of making you right, just the way that I feel about this. Again, I always read those comments and I'm like, I get what you're saying, but it's like, I like blind buying. Look, I like to, let me do me and you do you. But you guys were giving me good advice, and I've learned that now with Bubba Ho-Tep on 4K because the movie sucks. But anyway, I'm sorry I'm being so negative. There's probably people out here that are watching this and they're like, I love Bubba Ho-Tep. That's a great movie, Ken. What are you talking about? I'm so sorry. I'm really so sorry. I don't like trashing releases. Like, you guys probably notice when I do reviews, when I talk about releases, like, I'm overall pretty positive on a lot of stuff that comes out. And that's because I legitimately like a lot of the stuff that I get. I'm an easy mark when it comes to physical media. Like, stuff comes in, new 4Ks, and I just get excited. I like all this stuff. I like all the 4Ks and physical media and all that, you know, steel books. I don't complain too much when it comes to like 4K transfers and movies. And some movies I can just appreciate for on their merits or whatever. This one I couldn't. So, you know, like, if I didn't like this, like, I just really did not like this. I'm not doing this for a show. I didn't like this movie at all. So I have to be a lot more careful when it comes to like new Scream Factory releases or anything. And I don't know, it's so weird because Scream Factory is a label that just constantly messes up. I don't even know why I feel like I need to have a complete 4K collection of Scream Factory. You know, I don't do that with anything else. Like, I don't have to have all the Arrow 4Ks. I don't have to have all the Criterion 4Ks. I don't have to have all the Vinegar Syndrome 4Ks. You know, I don't collect like that for any other label. So why am I singling out Scream Factory and doing it for them? Like, I just don't get it. Like, I don't have to be a supporter of Scream Factory anymore like that. To be honest, like, they're not that good anymore. Like, Vinegar Syndrome has like passed them up. Arrow Video has passed them up. So I don't know what I'm doing anymore, guys, I guess is what I'm saying. So I just have to be more careful going forward. I mean, looking at the upcoming Scream Factory releases, we got Dead Silence coming up on 4K. I've seen that movie. I like that movie. I haven't seen it in a while. It's possible I rewatch it and I'm like, oh, why did I get this? But that has an interview with James Wan, Lee Winnell. I'm excited to rewatch that movie in 4K. Again, that's one that maybe I should be a little kind of leery of. But I have at least seen it, whereas I've never seen Bubba Ho-Tep. So I kind of know what I'm getting myself into with Dead Silence. So I am excited to get that one in 4K. Exorcist 3 on 4K. I do need to get that one. I'm a big fan of that movie. I just watched it for the first time a couple of years ago. I enjoyed that movie a lot, and I think it'll look great in 4K as well. So that one I'm definitely going to get. Streets of Fire on 4K. I don't need that one. I've got a Steelbook. I've got a, I don't even know why I'm holding it. I'm just going to toss this movie across. But I got a Steelbook of Streets of Fire. I got the Blu-ray. I don't need any more copies of Streets of Fire. I know a 4K would probably look pretty good at that movie, but I'll get it somewhere down the line. I don't think it comes with a slipcover either. People Under the Stairs on 4K. I just bought the Blu-ray. I love the movie though. I really love People Under the Stairs. That's one I've been watching since I was a kid. So I'll probably get that movie on 4K as well. The Haunting of Julie on 4K. I did want to get that one, but I haven't seen it. So I'm probably going to skip out on The Haunting of Julia actually, or maybe try to watch it on streaming at least so I have an idea. And that's the thing, guys. I need to start watching more of these movies before I pick them up. Like, if there's an option to watch it on streaming, I need to take that. But my mindset's always like, I don't have time to just watch stuff on streaming. I'm watching all these physical releases all the time. I cannot waste time to watch a movie on streaming just so I know if I wanted to buy it on 4K when it comes out. In my mind, I just don't have the time to do that. But I need to start doing that, especially if it's stuff that I haven't seen before. So Haunting of Julia on 4K, I'm probably not going to pick up. Midnight Run on 4K, I don't think that comes with a slipcover either, so I'm probably not going to grab that one day one, and I haven't seen the movie. But I've heard incredible things about Midnight Run, so I do want that one at some point. So I'm all over the place, guys. I don't know what you want me to say, but blind buying, just, you got to be careful. You got to be careful, and I've learned that. I've learned that the hard way with Bubba Ho-Tep. So I just wanted to let you guys know that. I am going to try, again, I always say stuff on here, and then it feels like I go back on it like the next week. I'm going to really try to be more selective, to be more careful when it comes to purchasing, titles that I have not seen. Maybe do my research a little bit more on the movie, because Bubba Ho-Tep, when it was announced, I was like, I don't remember the reception of this movie being that great when it came out. So that's why I never saw it. So I kind of knew in the back of my mind this movie was probably not the best, but I got it anyway because people seem to be excited about it, and a lot of people that I know were excited about it. And I was like, I'm going to get this, and hopefully it's just good fun, and it's just boring, and there's nothing to it. And Bruce Campbell's good in it, but I just didn't like it, guys. I don't know what you want me to say. That's the video, though. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Tell me some of your blind buying horror stories in the comment section below. Turn on those bell notifications and follow me on all my social media accounts. Those links are down below in the description, and we'll see you next time.